You're watching JaxBlade's month of Halloween. Let's get some shit out of some psychopaths. Groovy.
Yo, what is up, dudes and dudettes? Your friendly neighborhood JaxBlade is back, and today's month of Halloween video is going to be a bit different because I originally had a video that I was planning to release on Saturday, but then I watched Halloween Kills, and then Halloween Kills had this certain ending which so many people have been messaging me about, and I just had to do a video talking about it. So at the ending of Halloween Kills, spoiler warning again for people out there, they pretty much confirmed that this new Michael Myers, which they originally said was going to be a normal person.
The way you're going to handle this is that he's not a supernatural human being in the sense of he can't be killed. And that's what happens to any good horror franchise that goes too long. Eventually, the character becomes, like, immortal,
yeah,
and mythical, and it's like it was based on a real person. Now it's just that's a monster, a figment of your imagination. But you said there's something scarier about you taking out the garbage and noticing someone standing in the shadow staring at you than this monster will take forever to kill, chasing you down the street.
100%. I mean, it's like I feel like for horror to work on me, I have to be able to picture myself in the situation.
Is now confirmed to be supernaturally powerful. Like at the end of this movie, he pretty much turns into a let the bodies hit the floor AMV. But apparently, according to the director, this is all still him being a normal person, just as he says right here.
Laurie's explanation does offer a reason why Michael's able to survive getting shot in the head and stabbed multiple times. But that said, Gordon Green seemingly shuts down this theory.
Well, the suggestion that he's more than a man is a theory that Laurie has. In my own personal concept of Michael that will carry forward as long as I'm involved is that he's capable of spectacular things, but not impossible. So I don't personally see him as supernatural, but I see the element of fear that he's created and generated and is exacerbating has transcended the immediate character and moved on to an entire community.
So even if Michael is not supernatural, the idea that he is will spread among the people of Haddonfield.
Because, bruh, I know there are some crazy people out there, and I've talked about Michael Myers' strength before in this video and his durability before on these videos, but that is insane to believe. So right now, what so many people are doing is because of this ending, so many people are going back to the, well, I bet this Michael can beat Jason again. And I, of course, had to go in on this because, as I said before, I've done this debate 2 times before. I've done it on 2017 when I did Michael Myers versus Leatherface versus Jason Voorhees, and I did like the originals and I did the remakes versus each other just to see how it would be if they actually combated each other. And then I did one a year later where I didn't use any comic books, all I used were the movies, and I compared like every Michael Myers from the movie versus every Jason Voorhees from the movies. And since we now have Halloween Kills and apparently Michael's got new abilities thanks to this movie, I figured now would be a great time to revisit this to see if Michael Myers from Halloween Kills is actually now a match for Jason. So consider this a sequel to that video I did back in 2018. Go rewatch that entire thing afterwards. It's one of my proudest works because I literally broke it down in a non-biased fashion and looked at the powers. But now I'm specifically going to be focusing on what 2018 Michael Myers has shown and if he's any near a match for Jason now because of this new movie. And then, of course, don't worry, next year when Halloween Ends comes out and we finally see like the full nature of his powers and abilities, of course, I'll be doing another one. But for right now, let's get right into it. Alright, so this new Michael Myers is pretty tanky, not gonna lie. He got shot in the neck, got shot several times in the original 2018 film, got beat up by Laurie Strode, and also got burned, and is just completely fine. His fingers got blown off too, and he's just completely fine, going through, killing people. And in this film, he gets attacked by several firemen, able to tank a fire hose, which if you know how powerful a fire hose is, that thing can actually kill a person. It can impale a person, rip skin off bone. He just walked right through that easily, and then killed 20 firemen by himself because he was just on some let the bodies hit the floor hype. All right, he really must have just like saw Freddy versus Jason in the rave scene, was like, I'm gonna try and do something equivalent to that but better. And so he is just wrecking people. In this film, he gets shot several times throughout the entire film and is completely completely fine. He also gets jumped and beat up at the end, getting beat with bats and stabbed and all this other stuff, and he's completely fine. He is completely fine at the end of the movie. And then at the end, it makes it seem like he teleports, but again, apparently this is just him being an extra strong average human in this universe, which I don't understand, David, why you're trying to say that when it's clearly not shown. And yeah, it's very, very insane what this Michael Myers has accomplished. Strength-wise, this Michael Myers is insanely strong, arguably stronger than 2007 Michael Myers, because if you compare their head stomps, his one was done in one shot, while the 2007 giant Michael Myers had to do multiple stomps to crush a skull. And then also, he's able to pin teenagers to a wall with a knife, like casually, like he did in 1978. He's also strong enough to, like, take out an entire fireman. Do you know how buff firemen are, how strong firemen? I mean, they could be volunteer firemen for hell. It could be these dweebs trying to attack Michael Myers, which explains why they got effed up so badly. But at the end, he's just like one-shotting the entire town after getting beaten up, and that's a lot of people. Even if you're like the most badass martial artist of all time, you would still get like folded if a bunch of people are attacking you with weapons in like a circular fashion, and Michael was able to get up and just like body them all by himself with his strength. And he's able to just do so much insane feats in this movie, but again, just a regular person according to David the director. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, that's just silly to me. But then let us move on onto his speed, because speed-wise, Michael takes his time. He's chill. He just walks. He walks after you until the ending, where it's like he's teleported past all these cops to get back into the house, or he snuck back into the house and then kills Laurie's daughter. Yeah, spoiler alert, but you already know this because you're here listening to the video. But yeah, or supposedly kills Laurie's daughter, because in the last movie, we thought Hawkins was killed, but he was completely fine. In this movie, well, not completely fine because his neck got slit, but you know what I mean. That's all I'm saying right now. But I'm bringing all this up because his strength is very strong, he is incredibly durable, and his speed is very good. But how is that compared to Jason? Now, looking at this, as I said before, this 2018 Michael is more than a match for Jason from Part 2, Part 3, and Part 4. And obviously, I feel like he could win against Part 4 now, especially because Part 4 is shown to die from massive blood loss, and Michael has been like just completely tanking everything, and we don't know if he's regenerating like he has a Curse of Thorn like they did in Halloween 6. Again, to learn more about that, watch my video previously. But it's also because he is just smarter. He's more intelligent. He knows how to do things. And so I still feel very much that 2018 Michael Myers can whoop Jason from Part 2, 3, and 4 when he was still human alive Jason. But again, when we get to zombie Jason, it's very, very one-sided. I'm going to put it to you like this. Again, like if you want to know the full details, watch my video from the last couple of years. But everything Michael Myers has been through in this movie, Jason has been through and tanked it. Like, so again, it's that thing I mentioned before. Everything, Jason has tanked everything Michael Myers has been through, but Michael cannot tank everything Jason has been through so far until we see Halloween Ends next year, and if we need to know. Because something I'm very curious about is we never get a full-on, like, decapitation from Michael. Because, like, with Jason, it's 100% confirmed he has regeneration. And, like, it's shown various series that he has regeneration. Like, that is, like, a part of Jason's character once he becomes that zombie revenant. And then hell, like there are various things about that. Hell, in the comic books, sometimes they go, oh, he's a ghost. Like, he can't really die because of this certain thing. And so a lot of people, again, will bring up that whole notion, well, Michael is pure evil. Michael can't die. He can't be killed. And it's just like, they hint several times that they could kill him. Like, we've never seen Michael full-on decapitated. And, like, with Jason, we know what would happen. His soul would either possess someone, or he would, like, regrow his body, because that's what he does. He's Jason. That's what zombie Jason does. But with Michael, it's just a guesstimation at this point. But again, I want to put this out to you again. If you're saying Michael is pure evil and can't die and he's immortal and all that jazz, again, Jason is just as immortal as Michael has shown to be in these films. That's not to say that, like, Michael's weak at all. I'm saying that Jason has shown that he is just as immortal. And if you have two immortals and one of them is clearly stronger, clearly more durable than the other, and they're fighting, then of course that one is going to win the fight. Now, again, like, we don't know if that power-up thing is true, like, oh, the more he kills, the more powerful he gets. And even if he does, like, we still need to see more feats feats from Michael, so that's why we need to see Halloween end. So I'm excited for it because we can see how much he grows. But right now, currently, from what they've shown, there's not anything that's giving you like this. It's sort of like how I mentioned in the previous year, where like you can have a character who is immortal, like say Garlic Jr. for my Dragon Ball Z fans out there, and if you had Garlic Jr. try to fight someone like Broly, then of course it does not matter that Garlic Jr. is immortal. He's fighting Broly, and Broly would just keep one-shotting him into a coma. And as I showed last year, like Jason is just so much stronger physically. He has shown so many different feats that are above Michael that it's not comparable at the moment. Now, again, like I know so many people love Michael, and again, I'm not being biased because I do love both these franchises and watching both these characters kill. But again, there are so many characters that could beat Jason that I talked about before that Michael is just not there yet for zombie Jason. When it comes to Jason from part 2, 3, 4, most definitely, Michael's got this. I'm only talking about original timeline Jason, not remake Jason 2009. I'll have a video on that like coming again when I want that to like when the time is right. That video will come out again, though I already did it for back in 2017 for people out there. But I'm bringing this up because there are a lot of characters who can beat Jason. That is a clear fact. There are, like I talked about them last year, like there's a ton of them that are just like, okay, you're insanely OP, that's just not fair. And then a better fight for Jason would be Victor Crowley. Even though it's Kane Hodder who plays Jason, that would be a much better fight for Jason. Victor Crowley versus Jason. So Michael right now, currently, like he's not shown anything that makes him could take on zombie Jason. So I'm just saying that again. I'm not doing it offensive because it's not like that. I talk about that obstinate fanboy bias or obstinate fangirl bias, where like you're such a big fan of someone that you're like, oh my god, I like this character more, so of course they would win here. No, that's not the case. All right, it's just I'm just giving the facts out. I'm being fair. I'm giving the facts out right now. But again, it's going to be super interesting. Just want to say that. And I had fun talking about it. As a matter of fact, tell me down below who's your favorite, what is your favorite Halloween movie in the franchise? Like the entire franchise, you know, it could be Halloween 3 when it's just anthology or any other ones. And let me know down below. And if you made it this far, type in Counselor Mikey. And the reason I'm saying Counselor Mikey is because it's like Camp Counselor Jason. And the artist for the Camp Counselor Jason thing actually did Mikey. They started putting Michael Myers in her like comics. And I'm just like, oh, I love this. So if you made it this far in the video, type that down below. Also, I got a ton of programs in the description box down below. Be sure to hit that bell icon and subscribe. We are so close to hitting 500,000 subscribers. I am so close. We can taste it together. Like, help me, share your energy with me. Freaking share your energy with me. That will help me so much. I really appreciate it. But remember, like I always say, keep calm. Booyah on. Oh, I love doing that every Halloween. And don't forget, Momentai. We're gonna get back after it, and I'll have more month of Halloween videos. That was the reason this video, like, this is more of a sporadic, like, I wanted to do double checking stuff on it and really want to talk about this because I'm really passionate about it. But yeah, let me know what you think down below, and be sure to hit that bell icon and subscribe and hit the like button too. All right, peace out, y'all.